This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 17. We played the flute for you, yet you did not dance. We wailed in mourning, yet you did not weep. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. I'd like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GMS who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz on the set once again. We played the flute for you, then you did not dance. What's that about? What's that about? We played the flute for you, okay? We giving up these virtue epistles, but you not dancing, okay? Why you not dancing, okay? And you hearing this tune. Okay, and this edict that has gone out, what's that simply about? Could you tell me that? What's that about? This edict has went out. It's already been a just decreed that America's going to be destroyed, okay? But you not dancing, okay? You being indifferent in your ways. That's what this is about. You being indifferent in your ways right now. The book of Second Chronicles chapter 30, verse 6. Messengers delivers the letters from the king of and his officials throughout Israel and Judah. This royal edict read, Israelites, return to Yahweh, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, so he may return unto you. So he may return to you who have been spared from the king of Assyria. Don't be like your fathers and brothers who were unfaithful to Yahweh, power of the ancestor, provoking him to destroy them, as you can see now. Don't be stubborn like your fathers. Submit to Yahweh and to his sanctuaries, which he have permanently consecrated. Serve Yahweh your power, that he might relent from his rage and anger. For if you return to Yahweh, your brothers and sons, as you will be shown mercy by their captors, and return to this land. Yahweh, your power is merciful and compassionate. He does not reject you if you return to him. Okay, so return to Yahweh. That's what this is about, okay? And the only way you're going to return to Yahweh, you got to have the Son, okay? You got to have the mediator. There's only one mediator between from man, okay? Which is Yahweh Shai. And I can honestly say only for the elect. The 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 5. For there is one power and one mediator between power and humanity, Mashiach Yahushai, himself a human, who gave himself as a ransom for all, revealing power's purpose and his anointed time, okay? So, return to Yahweh, okay? And do the means of Yahweh Shai, via Yahweh Shai, so you can make it out with your life when this thing comes to pass, okay? So you can make it with your life, okay? If you are the elect, that is, okay? That's what this is about, okay? That's what this is all about, okay? Returning back to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. That's basically about it. Turn to the book of First Peter. First Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For since Mashiach suffered in the flesh, you also arm yourselves with the same attitude, because the one who has suffered in the flesh has finished with sin. Okay, that's it. Seek Yahweh Shai while you still can, okay? Because these doors of mercy is not going to be cracked forever, okay? It's only a crack right now, okay? So seek Yahweh Shai. Turn to the book of Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 32. Realize that to them you are like a sensual song, a beautiful voice and skillful musician. They hear your words, but they do not obey them. When all this comes true, and it certainly will, then they will know that a prophet was among them. Okay, so what they gonna know? What's that about? Tell me what's that about? What they gonna know? The book of Ezekiel, chapter 32, verse 7. When I extinguish you, I will cover the skies. I will darken the stars. I will cover the sun and the moon with a cloud, and the moon will not shine. So what's that about? Thermonuclear destruction, okay? Seek Yahweh Shai while you still can, okay? So you will make it out with your life, okay? This midnight train in Georgia is already in pre-boarding stages. You better get your tickets so while you still can, so you can make it out with your life, okay? For it be sold out. I will darken over the lights in the skies over you, and I will darken your land, declares the sovereign Yahweh. I will disturb many people when I bring about your destruction among the nations, among the countries. You cannot know. I will shock many people with you, and their kings, and they shall shiver with horror because of you. When I brandish my sword before them, every moment each one will tremble for his life on the day of your fall. Okay, so when this devil goes down, you're going to have many people trembling for their life. Okay, that's what this is about. That's what this is about. When this devil finally goes down, have many, you're gonna be trembling, okay? Each man for his life, because you're gonna see the horrific downfall of this man, okay? Turn to the wisdom of Solomon. That's in the Apocrypha. The book of the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 20. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which they have neglected, and the righteous have forsaken Yahweh. They neglect the righteous and forsake Yahweh. For whoso despise wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and his hope is vain. Their labors are unfruitful, and their works are unprofitable. Their wives are foolish, and their children are wicked. Their offspring is cursed, wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall bear fruit in the visitation of souls. Verse 16. As for the children of the adulterer, they shall not come to their perfection. They will not, they're not going to get that new world order, okay? When they get this new world order, Yahweh's going to rain destruction on this man, okay? When he goes for it, okay? When he goes for this new world order, that's what he's trying to do, okay? That's what this is all about. When he goes for this new, this is what this is about. Okay, let's get it. Turn to the book of Job. The book of Job, chapter 20, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, distress overtakes him. The full force of misery shall come upon him while he's filling his belly. Power sends his burning anger against him and rains down upon blows upon him. And if he flees from an iron weapon, thermonuclear destruction, okay, going inside those bunkers, those doomsday bunkers, then an arrow of bronze shall pierce him. When he pulls it out, it comes out of his back. The gleaming point of thermonuclear weapon out of his liver. Terrors are over him. Total darkness awaits to receive his treasures. A fire has not been kindled, will consume him and devour what is left in his tent. The heavens will reveal his iniquity, the earth will rise up against him. A flood will carry off his house, rushing waters of the day of power's wrath. Such is the lot of the wicked, and the heritage of his appointment from power. So this man ain't gonna get that new world order, okay? What he's going for, okay? And we piping unto you, but you not dancing, okay? Why you not dancing? And we piping unto you, okay? We giving you the full truth, okay? Right here, okay? But going to the full truth, okay? What's that about? Could you tell me what's that about? Could you let me know what's that about so I can understand? The book of Matthews. The book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 2. The kingdom of heaven can be compared to a king who gave a wedding banquet. He sends his slaves to summon those who have been invited to the banquet, but they would not come. Why you not coming to the banquet? Okay, you got your invitation in the mail. Okay, you got your edict. What's that about? And you're not coming to you're not coming to the banquet. Okay, and you're not dancing. What's that about? Okay, you should be dancing to this tune. Okay, he sent his slaves, summoned those who had been invited to the banquet, but they would not come. Again, he sent other slaves, saying, tell those who have been invited, look, the feast I have prepared for you is ready. My oxen have been fatted. My fatted calf has been slaughtered. Everything is ready. Okay, so it's already ready. The nuclear weapons are ready. Okay, thermonuclear destruction is ready. The UFOs are ready to beam up the elect. Okay, it's all ready. It's already ready. Okay, this too comes from Yahweh of hosts, whose excellent is working and wonderful in counsel. Let's get it. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 29. This also comes from Yahweh of heavenly armies, who gives supernatural guidance and imparts great wisdom. Verse 4. Again, he sent other slaves, saying, tell those who have been invited, look, the feast have been prepared for you is ready. My oxen and my fatted calf have been slaughtered. Everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet. But they were indifferent and went their way. Okay, so they were indifferent in their ways. That's the 2/3. Okay, so they're not going to make it out on this first train ride when this thing comes to pass. Okay, they're not going to make it. How they going to make it? Okay, and their indifference in their ways. Okay, they were indifferent in their ways. To one farm, to one to his farm, another to his business. The rest seized his slaves instantly, mistreated them, and killed them. The king was furious, and he sent his soldiers, and they put those murderers to death and set their city on fire. Okay, thermonuclear destruction. Okay, it's decreed for this man. Okay, and you should be dancing to the tune while you still can, while the doors of mercy are still open. Okay, that's what this is about. That's what this is all about. The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 1. I will sing to my love a song about lovers about his vineyard. My love had a vineyard on a fruitful hill. He built a hedge around it. He removed the stones and planted a vine. He built a tower in the midst of it and constructed a wine press. He waited for it to produce edible grapes, but it produced sour ones instead. So now, residents of Jerusalem, people of Judah, you decide between my vineyard. What more can I do for my vineyard beyond what I have already done? When I waited for it to produce edible grapes, why did it produce sour ones instead? Now I will inform you what I will do to my vineyard. I will remove the hedge and turn it into pastures. I will break down its wall and allow animals to graze there. I will make it a wasteland. No one will prune its vines or hold its ground, and thorns and briars will grow there. I will order the clouds not to drop rain on it. Indeed, Israel is the vineyard of Yahweh of heavenly armies. The people of Judah are the cultivated places in which he took delight. He waited for justice, but look what he got: disobedience. He waited for fairness, but look what he got: a cry for help. That's it. That's what this is about. What more could he have done into his vineyard, okay? That he waited for it to produce edible grapes, produce sour ones as well. Isaiah 53, verse 3. He was despised and rejected by people, one who experienced pain and was acquainted with grief, with illness. People hid their faces from him. He was despised, and we consider him insignificant. Isaiah 28. Isaiah chapter 28. Isaiah 28, verse 9. Who is Yahweh trying to teach? Whom to whom is he explaining a message? To those weaned from milk and those that's taken from their mother's breast. Indeed, they will hear the meaning of gibberish, senseless Babylon, a syllable here and a syllable there, a little bit of here and a little bit of there, a precept here and a precept there, okay? That's the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. You get precepts, a precept here and a precept there. Could you crack the riddle before it's there, okay? Could you crack the riddle, okay? Crack the Most High riddle before sunset, evening time, so you can make it out with your life when this thing comes to pass. Crack the riddle if you can. Like I said before, and I said this again, GMS, they did it. They did it what no man was able to do. Okay, it's a phenomenon. Starting with Tehar on down, they did it. They cracked the riddle. The book of Matthew chapter 23. They did it. They did something that no one was able else to do. Matthew 23:37. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone them who are sent to you, how oft I have longed to gather you, your children, together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you have none of it. Turn to the book of John. The book of John, chapter 1, verse 10. He was in the world, and the world was created by him. The world did not recognize him, okay? He came to what was his own, but his own people did not receive him. But to all those who have received him, those who believed in him, believed in his name, he gave the rights to become power's children, children not born by human parents or by desires of a husband's decision, but by power. Matthew's 9. Let's go to Matthew's 9. Matthew's 9, verse 15. Yahushua said unto them, the wedding guests cannot mourn while the bridegroom is with them, can they? But the days are coming when the bridegroom will be taken from them, and then they will fast. Zechariah. The book of Zechariah, chapter 7, verse 11. But they refuse to pay attention, turning away stubbornly and stopping the ears so they cannot hear. Indeed, they made their hearts as hard as a diamond, so that they could not obey the law of Moses and the other words Yahweh of heavenly armies has sent by the Spirit through the former prophets. Therefore, Yahweh of heavenly armies poured out his great wrath. Okay, one moment. And we're going to call it there. Let me get you my closeout scripture. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 16. As for your words came to me, I drank them in, and they filled my heart with joy and happiness, because I belong to you, O Yahweh, power of heavenly armies. I did not spend my time in the company of other people, laughing and having a good time. I say to myself, because I felt obligated to you, and because I was filled with anger at what they have done. Why must I continue to suffer such painful anguish? Why must I endure the stings of their insults like an incurable wound? Will you let me down when I need you? Like a brook, one goes for water, but cannot be relied on. Because of this, Yahweh says, you must repent of such words and thoughts. If you do, I will restore you to the privilege of serving me. If you say what is worthwhile instead of what is worthless, well, I will again allow you to be my spokesman. They must become as you have been. You must not become like them. I will make you as strong as a wall to these people, a fortified walls of bronze. They will attack you, but they will not be able to overcome you. For I will be with you to rescue you and deliver you, say Yahweh. I will deliver you from the power of the wicked. I will free you from the clutches of violent people. I like to give all praises and glory to Almighty Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Hopefully you as well edified. Shalom.